Welcome everybody. Another episode of November 22 Stats. Can there be more than one episode of November 22 Stats, Robert?
There can be as many as you want.
As many as you want. Hey, welcome everybody. Mark Rickert here with the Rickert Property Group at Keller Williams Realty in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I'm here with my unbelievable great son, Robert.
How's it going, everybody?
How you doing, Robert?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Doing good. Had a great day. It's been nice and crisp and cool out there.
Oh yeah.
We had a little snow on the mountaintops, which is nice, and then you look over to Grants and there's snow on the mountain out there. It's just love winter, man. I'm waiting for a snowstorm though. Are you?
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait to hit the mountains up there and go for a snowboarding trip before it all melts away.
Are you going skiing at all this year?
Yes, definitely. I've already time blocked it on my calendar, in fact.
Really? Wow, that's pretty cool. Where do you usually go?
Actually here, I've only so far gone to the Sandia Resort, which I know I'll catch a lot of flack for.
Right.
But this year I would like to go try out the Santa Fe Resort.
That's cool. Well, anyway, thanks again for joining us, guys. If you want to know in real estate where to live, where to eat, where to play, where to ski, where to, what else, Robert?
Eat good, really high-end food.
This is the place. Yeah, we're going to be bringing you videos like we have been on a regular basis now. We're going to get serious about this, right, Robert?
Yes.
Because our viewers have said, you guys need to get serious. So anyway, that's what we're doing today. In general, Robert, how has the market been? Because you know people always say, "How's the market?" Because isn't it doom and gloom out there? Like the sky's falling, it's Chicken Little.
Chicken Little! What is it? What's going on?
The sky is falling! The sky is falling!
Well, a wise man named Mark Rickert once told me that it depends how the market's doing if you're a buyer, a seller, or an investor. And so I guess my question would be, what perspective are we looking at?
Well, that's a good question. Let's just say people are freaked out because the interest rates have gone up and they're buyers. What's going on for buyers?
Yeah. So right now it's definitely a little bit tough for buyers. Interest rates, as my dad just mentioned, are really high. I mean, comparatively to where they were the past couple years, actually historically they're really not that high if you look at the trends from the last 50 years or so. But comparatively they've risen. And
I've heard that interest rates recently have gone down in the little over 6.5%.
Yes.
Just in the past few days. So they're like yo-yo, right? Up,
it's
down,
true.
up, down.
And the Fed just met this morning and announced that they would be raising their rate by 50 basis points, so we can expect a little bit more, I think,
Wow.
of a surge once again.
I had a bet with Carla. The bet was, is the Fed going to increase the rate 3/4 of a basis point or a half? And she won. She said half. I thought Jerome Powell was going to say, forget all you stock people, you're getting all excited for nothing.
Yeah.
But it sounds like a lot of the stock people are getting excited just for nothing.
That's
right?
true.
They're still
yeah.
going to raise. But anyway, we digress. So basically, what we want to do is go through some of the national stats first. Let's preface it like this. This video will be a hodgepodge of lots of fun stuff, okay? We don't want stats to be boring. We want to incorporate a few fun things in there. Pending home sales, the November pending home sales still have not come out yet. They come out, December 28th, Robert?
Yeah, typically towards the end.
Yeah,
of the
December 28th. So we're going on October stats still for the National Association of Realtors. Pending home sales, they were down 4.6% back then, which basically that's a leading indicator, obviously, that of closings to come. So you have anything to add about your knowledge about what's going on with the national market, Robert?
Yeah, I would say from a national level, things are getting hit a little bit harder than we're feeling them here in the Albuquerque market.
Oh, really? Like what? What's going on?
Well, for example, my hometown, San Jose, California,
Wait, I thought your hometown was Albuquerque, Rio Rancho.
Well, that's my home. Now it's my home.
Oh, okay.
But
your hometown.
my original hometown where I was born was San Jose, California.
We're testing his commitment.
And that market has experienced over 11% price declines. And
11%.
11%, it's true.
In what period of time? That's crazy.
That was only from May to September. So I would bet that it's even lower now.
Wow, May to September. Mm-hmm. That's wild.
Yes.
So,
but we're not experiencing that here in Albuquerque. I just want to add that real quick.
Right. Mm-hmm. Albuquerque has always been. That's why it's a great place to buy a home, sell a home, or invest, because we don't have those big amplitude spikes that the tier one, let's call them the tier one markets, get a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So very good. So we talked about pending home sales. The Redfin data, let me try to get to my Redfin data. If I have it up here, I will put it on the screen. But yes, interesting news from Redfin is that just 3 in 100 pandemic home buyers would fall underwater with next year's projected 4% home value decline. Isn't that something?
That's not bad.
That's way, way less than what everybody was doom and glooming, right?
Absolutely.
And yes, because home prices are falling. However, because of the equity, the level of equity that most people have in their homes, they're not going to go underwater, the majority of it. In fact, there was a stat out there that talked about the amount of people that would go underwater that bought in the last year. It was fairly high. So if you just bought in the last year, stay in your house.
Yeah.
For those that have bought in the last few years, especially 2020, and before that, quite a nice equity buildup for all you homeowners. All right, so very good. Robert, I was going to ask you about we talked about the interest rates. Let's talk about the luxury arena. Give some folks some luxury, because you have a name, right?
I do.
What is your guys? You've heard of Batman, you've heard of Robin, you've heard the Lone Ranger, but have you heard of Mr. Luxury?
Mr. Luxury.
So here's a young buck selling luxury homes in the Albuquerque area and doing a great job at it. So I have to give him props on that. But tell us a little bit about what's going on in the luxury arena, because that's one of the areas we love. We love all the price points, but luxury's been a little bit of a focus for the past few years, right?
Absolutely, yeah. It's been definitely a fun market to be in. We get to see some amazing properties, but also get to meet some amazing people, and it's just a really great place to be. But in the luxury market, both nationally and here in Albuquerque, it has shifted to officially a buyer's market. I'm calling it right now, ringing the bell, it's a buyer's market.
What is a buyer's market?
So there are really kind of two ways of looking at this, because most people, when they hear buyer's market, seller's market, they don't actually think about the numbers that maybe you and I might think about.
Right.
But definitely the sentiment out there is that the buyers have the power. Sellers are looking at putting money up for interest rate buy downs, or definitely not getting as close to list price on offers as we were back in 2021 and 2020 even. However, from the more statistical perspective, a buyer's market is a market in which the months of supply of homes is in excess of 6 months.
Oh, in excess of 6 months.
Correct.
So when people say it's a buyer's market, seller's market, there's actually science behind it, or statistical facts, right?
Yes, sir. Yep. There is a actually quantifiable number we can look at.
Okay. So when is it a seller's market?
Seller's market is anything below 5.5 months, which we have been for the past few years in all price points.
Okay. So what you're saying then right now, we're in a buyer's market. In luxury.
Specifically in luxury.
Luxury.
Yeah, we are not in a buyer's market in median homes.
Okay, and what constitutes a luxury property?
So here, it really, there's no hard, fast definition. However, here in Albuquerque, we like to define luxury as 3 times the average price point, which results to about $1 million and above.
Okay. Cool. And we got some phenomenal homes, $1 million and above. We have phenomenal homes even at 700.
It's true.
I mean, you can the money goes a long way here. If you're from out of state, like where I came from, my hometown, San Jose, your money can go very far here. If you're from Seattle, if you're from
Phoenix.
Dallas is still fairly far. Phoenix, fairly affordable in Phoenix, but some of these tier 1 cities, New York, craziness, right? You can get a lot of house for the money here in the Albuquerque metro. I mean, seriously.
Just a quick anecdote even about Phoenix. My fiance's from Phoenix. We looked up her childhood home. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 2,000 square feet for $850,000.
No way. Wow.
In Phoenix.
That's crazy. I didn't know you were getting married.
It's okay, that's another video.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. So that's cool. What else about the luxury market?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, it's a buyer's market both nationally and here in Albuquerque. And here in Albuquerque, the days on market have shot up all the way to 72 days if we're looking at luxury homes. At median price point, we're looking at 1.3 million. And that's down almost 5%, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that must mean that the list to sale price ratio, meaning the what you list a property for versus what you get, I bet that's changed a lot, huh, Robert?
Yes, it has quite a bit. We were sitting in some submarkets at above 100%, even in the luxury arena. However, now we're looking at average list to sale price in $1 million plus is about 95.4%, which is pretty low compared to where we were.
That's quite something. Very good. What else you got on the luxury front, Mr. Luxury?
Well. Yes.
I heard that there was a $7.5 million home, luxury property in Albuquerque. Like, what's the scoop on that, man? That thing must be unbelievable.
It is, and let me just qualify that very quickly.
Right.
We had a $7.5 million listing.
What happened? It got sold?
Well, no, they dropped the price by a whopping $2 million.
What? $2 million?
If that's any indication of where the luxury market's headed this coming year, then I'm a little bit worried. How about you?
I'm not worried.
No.
As they say in the car business, there's an ass for every seat.
And if you stick with us to the end, we'll go over Albuquerque's top-selling luxury market.
Oh, yeah.
This one is still a balanced market. It's not a buyer's market.
No kidding. So in the area of town that has the most luxury properties sold,
correct,
you're going to go over that?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. Well, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Oh, by the way, please hit the subscribe button. If you like these videos, tap the subscribe button, the like, and the bell notification so you get notified when we release this content. Thanks, man. We appreciate you. Okay, so moving right along. So, Robert, let's go. Do you have anything else to go over for luxury stats?
Yes, one more. We have one more thing to cover in luxury before we move on. Albuquerque's top-selling luxury submarket.
Submarket.
Yes, sir. Meaning the area of town which had the most successful $1 million plus closings since the market has shifted. And that is, drumroll please,
what is it?
It's North Albuquerque Acres.
North Albuquerque Acres. I was going to guess it was North Albuquerque.
That just so happens to be an area of town that I'm a little bit partial to. I love all the luxury areas, but we've done a little bit of business over there.
We've sold quite a few luxury properties over that way.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So anyway, Mr. Luxury.
Yes.
Thank you for making the appearance today, for gracing us with your...
Of course. And with that, I will return to my alter ego.
Not the hair. Not the hair. Anyway, yeah, appreciate the update. So now we're going to move on to the November stats for the Greater Albuquerque from the Greater Albuquerque Association of Realtors, not Realtor, Realtor. All right, great. So let's do that. I'm going to. You got anything you want to go over on the green sheet, Robert?
I think what is the one thing I always like to go over, but I don't know if I want to steal your thunder.
No, this is a team sport.
Well, in my opinion, the number one most important metric on the green sheet for home buyers and home sellers is called the absorption rate. Now, this is actually a lesser known stat. Would you say so?
Definitely. That's why we talk about it almost on every video that we do stats.
Yes.
We want to educate you so that you're an informed seller or an informed buyer, because it works both ways.
And our time in the marketplace has taught us that, unfortunately, some folks who have had home selling experiences weren't educated on these stats.
That's right. That's right.
And so absorption rate is essentially if we were to add no new homes for sale into the marketplace, how long it would take for all of the existing listings to be purchased. And the reason why we measure this is what a buyer's market or a seller's market is predicated on. This is the number.
Gotcha. Well, very good. And what is that?
That we are currently sitting for detached homes at 1.5 months of supply.
Wow, 1.5. I remember when it was like 2 weeks, you guys. It was like crazy. I mean, even below 2 weeks. I think at one time it was 8 days.
Yeah, I think it was 0.2 was the shortest.
Well, I might even know that. Hold on a second. I've got a bunch of papers here, so if I'm rustling around. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So in May of 2022, guys, the absorption rate was 0.8 months, under a month. And check this out. We're going to flip back to November real quick, but I want you to have something for reference, okay? The average sale price in November, average sale price in May, average sale price in May was $401,326, you guys. And then days on market in May was 13. 13 days on market, crazy, huh? Okay, well let's flip over to November, Robert, and get back to November, because nobody tuned in or watched us to talk about May, did they?
No.
But it is important to know $401,000 average sale price in May, and now we're in November, and the average sale price for November is $379,212, guys. Isn't that crazy? What a drop! What does that drop represent, Robert? You're a math whiz.
That is roughly a 6, I think, under 10%. I think it's about 6%.
Okay.
But don't quote me on that.
Average days on market for November were 28 days. And like Robert said, absorption rate 1.5. The list to sale price came in at 98.9. This is for the entire area, you guys. The entire Albuquerque metro includes Rio Rancho, Edgewood, Tijeras, down to Los Lunas,
Placitas.
Albuquerque,
Placitas,
right? Corrales, so on and on and on. So 98.9% list to sale price. And what else, Robert? You got anything else on the November stats?
I would say a very telling metric is also inventory of homes for sale. I won't go over the specific numbers, but I will say we've gotten 53% increase in inventory from 1 year ago.
Oh, wow, yeah. So I think today, I looked at the stats today, we were at about 1,524 total properties in all price points that were on the market in the Albuquerque metro. And I believe it was 700 and some change in Albuquerque proper, all price points. And then 200 and some change in Rio Rancho. Yeah, so interesting also that closed sales in November, we had everybody says nothing's selling, right guys? Because isn't the sky falling, Robert?
The sky is officially falling.
The sky's falling. And isn't December like a terrible time to sell your home?
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about that? Do you believe what you hear?
No, actually. In fact, in the financial world, real estate included, usually when everybody's going right, it pays to go left.
That's right. Yes. So the buyers that are out in December are extremely serious and probably well qualified, because they're looking for the deal, though. They're looking for a little bit more of a deal. So your list to sale price ratio is going to be affected in December. Let's call it Q4, okay, to be safe. But here's the drum roll again, you guys. You ready for this? In November, in the Albuquerque metro, we had 748 homes close. 748, but nothing selling. Right. And new listings in November were 783. So we still have a very good market here. It has slowed down. We still have a little bit of a low inventory situation going on, but with prices coming down, you know, it's going to keep the activity levels up. So that's November. Do you have anything to add about November, Robert?
I think you've covered pretty much everything.
Cool. Well, let's move on. I've got Albuquerque business first. Albuquerque homebuyers stand to benefit as market slows for the holidays. Inventory, like you said, is up 59% from last year. So that's a nice little blurb. If you look at the Albuquerque First for that news article, it was very interesting. Got another article too from the Albuquerque Journal, everyone. This is relating to something completely different, but for those of you that don't know what the IDO is, it stands for Integrated Development Ordinance, IDO. It's Albuquerque's kind of zoning planning kind of Bible. And there's some interesting things going on with the IDO. That is, there's a push. Well, first of all, there was a lot of backlash from the public last Thursday, I think it was, that took 5 hours of speaking and going through everything about the following. I'm summarizing. Roughly, it goes like this. The R1 zoning currently in Albuquerque, it's being discussed that because we have a problem with inventory here, right, Robert?
Yes.
In other words, not enough rentals. This is on the rental market, but it also has to do with homes.
Mm-hmm.
Not enough homes to rent, not enough homes to buy. How do you solve? It's a supply-demand issue. So the city is getting together, and some of the city councilors are saying, how about we change and relax the zoning, the R1 zoning, and allow duplexes to be built.
Wow.
Isn't that something?
That would be amazing.
So if you have R1 zoning, a duplex possibly could be built, or because in New Mexico we love multi-generational living, to allow a casita to be built on the property as long as the property has enough room and land in order to accept a property, right? There are going to be certain regulations.
Does that mean we can even have 2 kitchens?
Well, that's a good question. You can, but not quite the way people my age think of a kitchen. Okay, here's what I found out, guys. This was so interesting to me, Robert. We went to the Lobo game the other day, and a good friend of mine educated me on something. Do you know that most younger people, maybe you know this, could give a rat about stoves? They do everything with microwave and a hot plate.
I have heard that's a rising trend with kind of millennial renters.
Yeah, and so they're going to also allow, let's say, hotels to be converted into permanent housing and not require a full-fledged kitchen, which is really going to help the house, that part too. That's part of this IDO change. And the last thing is they're going to kind of get rid of the height requirements that they've been in place to limit how tall these multifamily properties can be.
I did not know that. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool. So the Albuquerque Journal put out a really nice article on it, guys. It's called Public Gives Feedback on Albuquerque Mayor's Sweeping Zoning Code Proposal. So check it out. Yeah, you'll like it. It's very interesting. What else? Is there anything else? I think that's probably all on that one. Robert, I heard that for Thanksgiving you had some fun stuff go on over at your casita.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we, my fiance and I bought our first home out in Rio Rancho not too long ago in June, and so we wanted to have the whole family over for Thanksgiving.
The whole family. Was that stressful?
It was a little bit stressful,
Yikes.
but it was good. Yeah, it was a good time.
Well, that's great, man. We actually went to your house and enjoyed ourselves. The turkey was amazing. The food was amazing. Got to see our family too, so it was really nice hanging out with everybody, and we'll look forward to doing that again. But hey, everybody, if you again like this content, please click the subscribe button and also the like. We appreciate that. It helps our channel grow, and we're going to be doing a lot more videos, as I said at the beginning, on content that you're gonna like. Like Robert, what do we have on the hopper? Remember, you're going to talk with Twilight.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I stole your thunder.
I was going to say, speaking of our house, we wanted to do a new series where we're walking through some new construction properties as we decided to build our first home.
How exciting.
Yeah, it was very exciting. I can share a little bit about the building process from the buyer's perspective. And then also do a little walkthrough of the builder that we chose on a couple of their models and see what kind of product they make. It's really nice house for good value, in my opinion.
Yeah, they did a nice job on your house. We also represent a number of other builders, but anyway, we want to bring some interesting stuff to you guys. Restaurants that we love, other businesses. We met this young lady recently who got voted best of the city, barberologist, and we want to interview her because she's unbelievable. And her husband, for those of you that are into bodybuilding, her husband's like this maniac bodybuilder. He's like ripped. He is ripped. Carla, my wife, grabbed his muscle. I was going like, hey, just settle down, cowboy. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. We appreciate you. And if there's anything that we can do for you, if you want to know how much your home's worth, or if you want to list your home for sale with a team that knows how to get stuff done, please reach out to us, email, or you can call the number on the screen, and we'd be happy to come and meet with you. We also have a buyer specialist that works, with buyers. We have it all, and we would love to work with you, whether you're coming in from out of town or living in the area.
And we really are the no pressure real estate people here in town. It's a totally informational kind of meeting, just to get to know each other, see what your home's worth maybe, and see what we can do to help each other.
Right. And I don't want to brag or drag this on, but we know how to get the job done, okay? We know how to get shit done. That's the truth. The thing is that I just listed a home, and another broker, I don't want to disparage other brokers, but this broker just didn't do a good job for this guy. The listing, he decided, I'm done. He hired me, we went in and did our magic, and this is true story. Within 4 hours of listing that property, today we got an offer on that property when the other broker couldn't sell it. And the presentation the other broker did, it was just terrible. So we know how to get stuff done. We want to help you, and so give us an opportunity. Until next time, Mr. Luxury, you signing off?
Signing off. We'll see you next time.
Where's your hat, man? You guys have a great night. We'll talk with you later. Bye-bye.